What's up, travelers? You're probably here because you're wondering what's in my backpack for a 2-night, 3 days trip around the wilderness. Just for a starter, this is our second night, early morning, so I did empty out a little of my backpack already, but I'll be naming everything that I carried on a 2-night backpacking trip. If you know me, I'm a traveler, a foodie, adventurous. But yeah, when I backpack, I normally only do 2 nights, 3 days. So I never done more than that, so I've always carried enough for 2 nights. So let's talk about what's in my backpack. As you can see, my tent is all the way there, so then it's not as bulky right now. It's actually a lot more bulky, as you can see on these photos right here. But yeah, so the tent. What are some things you always need to carry when you're wilderness backpacking? Your backpack, your tent, your sleeping bag, and possibly a sleeping pad if you want a comfortable sleep. So normally I carry a 2-liter water pouch on me at all times, filled up with a little filter straw, so you can pick up water from a stream or a waterfall and filter it out into your 2-liter pouch. Today I also brought a little 16-ounce water bottle with me. If you want to check out any of my gear, it's all in the link below. In Yosemite, a bear canister is required. So what a bear canister is like a big container that's basically bear resistant. Of course, they could still smell what's in there. It's really difficult for them to get into it. You want to make sure that everything was sent is inside your bear canister. Let me show you what type of bear canister I have. Ooh, got a lot of stuff here. It's a little wet. Let's dump the backpack here for now. So this is my small bear canister. It's the BV450 to BV500. It's a smaller size than your usual one because I normally just use this for me. And when there's no chair around, what I like about the bear canister is you can use this as a seat. This is your chair. You don't need to bring a chair. Let's check out what's in here. It's actually a mess in my bear canister from last night. It started raining, so I just packed everything up. Gotta spend a little time. So I spoke about water filterization earlier. But this is what you use to put water in. Some toiletry here, toilet paper, toothpaste, and some floss. So let's talk about what I brought to eat. I'm pretty sure you all are really curious about that. For my 3 days, I have 2 breakfasts going on. One of them will be an instant noodle, and the other one will be oatmeal. For lunch, I have 3 Cliff Bars. All 3 lunch is a Cliff Bar. So why do I only eat a Cliff Bar during lunch? That's because I also have my cashew nuts or coconut flakes, which I nibble around as I'm hiking for extra protein. And now let's talk about dinner. Last night I had a failed dinner, but I had Alfredo pasta, which I already knew that brand I wasn't a big fan of, but I had it anyways, with some tuna on top. I always like to make my last dinner an epic one, so I have a freeze-dried Thai curry today, and also a mango sticky rice. I also carry a fork and a spoon, but it's a foldable one, so it's really small. I mean, check out the size of that. You just unfold and fold. So I have wet naps in here as well. I have toothpaste and a toothbrush. So I also have a bug spray because bugs love me. I also have sunscreen because most of the time you're going to be out there with the sun shining on you. I have chapstick for my chapped lips. Every night it gets really chapped around these type of places. And yeah, and then of course I have my Jetboil. Where's my Jetboil? I actually like the Jetboil a lot with a big propane. And I also have some green tea for the mornings to warm me up. And I have a plate to eat. As a content creator, things can be a little difficult when you're talking about bringing things. So I have my battery pack, which is pretty heavy, an Anchor battery pack. I brought my GoPro and my phone and the phone jobby stick as well. And I had to bring 3 different chargers. I also have a headlamp that takes USB charge too, so then my Anchor battery pack is really useful for all those things. Talk about clothing. So I brought my boots right here, Merrell boots. My long sleeve pants that I've been bringing to every backpacking trip that I've been on. And I recently purchased shorts that I really love when I'm hiking. It feels really good. I have this long sleeve shirt. I have a Patagonian thermal shirt with a hoodie. So I have 2 jackets here. My travel jacket that I bring to every of my travel, and my hiking jacket that I bring to every hiking trip. This one insulates and foil in, so it keeps the heat in you. I brought a fanny pack, so when I touch down on my campsite, I could just bring this around to explore a little more instead of bringing a whole backpack with me. But yeah, that's about it. So let's talk about how much my backpack weighed on this trip. Oh, when I weighed my backpack, it was roughly 34 pounds. Yes, it was a bit of a heavier backpack than I expected. I wanted to only carry 25-pound worth. Due to all the photo equipment that I need to bring, it does weigh into my backpack. Sometimes I even bring my camera, which I plan on bringing more on my trips once I get a little better on my hikes. And before these trips, you really do want to practice on some elevation hikes. If this video was helpful for you, please do subscribe. Don't forget to give it a like. And I'll see you on the next adventure. Until then, travel heads.